everyone, today's video is going to be another makeup tutorial featuring the Too Faced A Few of My Favorite Things palette, and this look is a beautiful teal and gold eye, so let's just get started. We're first going to start with this Maybelline color tattoo, and this is in the color Just Beige. It's a limited edition, I think, for the holidays this year, and it's a completely matte beige color, so I'm really excited about this. And I'm just going to put that all over my eyes with a little concealer brush and then blend it out with my fingers. And this is going to cancel out any discoloration we have in our eyelids and also prime for eyeshadows. I also already have my eyebrows on because I wanted to try doing them first and see how that worked out, and I kind of liked it, so it might be my new eyebrow routine. And the first eyeshadow color we're going to take is this chocolate milk color on a fluffy brush. This is basically what I've been doing with any eye look. This chocolate milk color is amazing, and it's just the perfect crease like transition color, so I basically put this down for any look, and I just love the way it helps colors blend and makes them transition up into the brow bone. It's really a beautiful color. And then the first color on the lid we're going to put is Honey Honey, and we're going to take that on a small shader brush and put that on the first inner half of our eye, and we're just going to lay that down and pat it in to get as much pigmentation as possible. And then we're going to take Blue Satin Sheets, which is an amazing teal color, like teal matte eyeshadow with gold glitters through it. And we're going to flip that same brush that we used with Honey Honey and just put it on the other half of the eyelid, and then just pack on that color until the pigmentation is just right. I'm also picking up a little more of Honey Honey and putting it on the center of the lid and kind of flipping the brush back and forth to make those two colors blend right in between, and so there's no harsh line where the colors meet, and you can't really tell where they meet. They kind of just transition into each other really nicely. And then after that, I'm also going to take a fluffier brush and blend the edges of all of that shadow just to make sure that there's no harsh lines on the entire eye. Now on an angled shader brush, we're going to take that dark chocolate color all the way in the top right corner, and we're basically just going to take it on the very outer corner, and this angled shader brush is going to be such a great tool because it just lets you pack it on in precisely the right place without really much effort. So you basically just want to drag it kind of in a cat eye shape at the end and then blend it in to the Blue Satin Sheets color just a little. You just want really that color to deepen up the outer corner more than anything, but you also want to blend it into everything else so that there's no harsh lines. And now I'm just going back with a little bit more of chocolate milk on that fluffy brush and just blending everything out so there's no harsh lines once again, and just to make everything blend seamlessly and transition very well. Then I just went back in with Blue Satin Sheets because the pigmentation was a little bit lost during that whole blending process. And after that was on, I just took that blending brush again and blended it so that you don't see where the blue color ends and begins. And then I went back with a little more dark chocolate because it wasn't deep enough for me on the outer corner. I wanted it to be a little deeper and darker, so I just went back with that shader brush and then blended it again. I took a smaller fluffy brush this time just because I didn't want that brown to go up too high. I wanted to keep it pretty low and just on the very outer corner. And now I'm going to take Cream Color Ponies, my favorite color in this whole palette, just to highlight the brow bone. This is seriously the best highlight color in the world. And then I just went back and blended because sometimes your highlight shade can come down and kind of mute out some of the colors on the lid. So I just go back and blend it, and that fixes that up. Now for foundation, we're going to be using NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I'm in the shade Fiji, and I'm applying this with a damp beauty blender. And I've really been loving this foundation because it gives a really beautiful finish, and it's got great coverage. I decided to do my foundation after my eyes today because we were working with a lot of darker colors and pretty shimmery eyeshadows, so I didn't want to worry about any fallout ruining my skin. I'm going to be using the MAC Prolongwear in the shade NW20, and I just chose this because it gives great coverage and I really wanted to have as full coverage as possible. So I just slapped that on and then blended it out with the beauty blender and kind of cleaned up the edges of the eyeshadow to make them nice and crisp. And then we're going to be using Wet n Wild's Reserve Your Cabana highlighter, bronzer, whatever, to set the under eye concealer, just because, I don't know, I like the way it looks. And then to set the rest of the face, I'm going to be using Studio Fix powder from MAC, and my shade is NC30. And now to contour, I'm going to be using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer and this angled blush brush. And I wanted to do a nice deep contour because this is more of a nighttime look. Not very, I mean, you could wear it in the daytime, but I was looking at it more as a nighttime eye look, so I wanted to do a nice deep contour because that always looks good at night. And I just blended that out very well and also took some along my jawline. And then for blush, I decided to mix the Sun Bunny bronzer and Melt into Spring, just because I didn't want it to be too bright, but I also didn't want it to just be strictly a bronzer. I wanted a little color on the cheeks, but not much. Now that the skin is taken care of, I'm going to go under the eyes with blue satin sheets and a small smudger brush, and this is really just going to complete the eye look and make it so it's not too top heavy. It's just going to tie everything together. And I'm taking that on the small smudger brush and then taking a fluffier brush and blending it out just a little bit more. I'm also going to take Cream Colored Ponies, what we used for the brow bone highlight, just right in the inner corner to brighten everything up. And for some added sparkle, I decided to take this NYX glitter liner just on top of the blue satin sheets on the bottom lash line, and it just adds such a nice little hint of sparkle. It would be perfect if you're doing this as like a holiday party look. I think it would be gorgeous. And now I'm going to just do a nice winged liner with my Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in Blackest Black. And I will be doing a tutorial on how I do wing liner soon. I just really haven't gotten around to it because school sucks. For lashes, I'm going to use the Better Than Sex mascara that comes with the kit, and these cream demi wispy lashes that are already used. That's why they're not really stuck to the package, but you can always reuse your lashes as long as you take care of them and don't put mascara directly on them. They'll stay fine for a good couple uses, like maybe 5 or 6, maybe, I don't know. And for lips, we're using 3 different products. First, to line them, we're going to use Jordana's Tawny Lip Liner because the lipstick, the one that comes in the set, it kind of drowns out your lip line, like it kind of meshes into your face. So I wanted to really define the lips first because I didn't want them to get lost in my face. And then after that, we're going to go in with the Bee Sting ColourPop color injection thing that comes with the set. And it's just a really nice nude color, but you do kind of have to blend it in with that lip liner because they are different colors and you don't want to look like a chonga. And then I'm putting NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee over top just to make it a little more glossy. And then finally curling my lashes with my falsies just so that they blend very nicely and you can't tell which is which. And that is the final step. So this is the final look. I hope you all liked it, and give this video a thumbs up if you did. Leave me comments down below with any requests. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.